We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. Guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Come on now, let's go! Set, ready, 30 pace, let's go! Here we go. Here we go. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They run with Spiller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He's got a first out and more inside the 30. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
This is Spiller. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Spiller. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready?
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. Could be
and got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Dancing to his left. And it's caught. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back to throw. Fields. Open man is Kirk, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bucs 39-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check, crunch. Watch twist. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. These two teams all tied after one.
Ready? Blue wave. What's the run? They're running it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Wait. Easy. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Mike 17. Mike 17. Green, 17. Jimmy's trapped.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Winston. Jordan Reed has it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Mike 17. Mike 17. 5 on the 50.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
17's Mike. Mike 17. 65. Easy. 65. Easy. Mike 17. It's just me and you.
Winston now from the 50. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes 18 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22.
Ready? Black 22. Green 17.
A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready? Black 22. Go. Check. Wait. 66.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
61, matchbox, light. 51's the mic. Set, go.
Operating from the gun. Fields. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for Cardinals. First down.
Okay, break.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go travel.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Thompson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's got it to James White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Ready, flag, hey, stop. Hey, check, Sonny. Hey, check, all good. Hey, check, Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Easy. Flip. Hey, check. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Come on. Sunday. Check Mike, 11. Check Winston.
Again, it's Winston. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run with White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Ready? Jack 25. You better be afraid of me. You better. Let's go.
Opting to run again here with White. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll go with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twitch. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now Thompson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Thompson able to find Isabella. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
55 is Mike, guys, 55. Right between. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up, set.
Thompson looking to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Thompson going for the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Mike. Ball trot. 55, Mike. Got Will. Watch the twist. Back, run it.
Looking to throw. Thompson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 22.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
A 42-yard attempt.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10. Not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Now it's the backup Newton. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Jones. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Again, it's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 2nd down now, it's White. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Card's going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. That's complete to White. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Room here to run. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were moving the ball well early in the drive, but now it's 4th down. 3 straight incompletions all of a sudden could be their final play.
And with that type of pressure, how are they going to handle it? What do you call in this situation? Personally, I got to get the ball to my best player with the play he likes to run best.
24 is the mark. Come on. You better break.
Now Winston on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Spiller. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Come on out here. Come get flip it. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Follow.
Back to throw. And this is caught by Evans. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Watch the slant. 24 is the mic. Pick me up. Sonny. Let's go.
Winston to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. Easy. Flip. We got it. Hustle. Easy. 24 is the mic. Easy. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Let's go.
Winston.
Let's go.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
24 is the mic. 24 is the mic. You run. 24 is the mic. Let's go.
Now Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Don't get nervous. Hey, check Michael out. Green, come with me.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. This is caught, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jordan Reed with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.